Vaping to me is checking clouds.
It's a now evolving culture.
You know, you're pissed off, something's bothering you, and you need to chill out.
It is a big way to de-stress, actually.
It's homework, assignments, CPTs.
The nicotine levels, getting like a heady or a head rush out of it.
It's so new that we don't know the effects of vaping.
Hello. I'm Ross. I'm in grade 12. I go to St. Augustine Catholic High School. In my spare time, I play video games. I code. And I do some schoolwork. I've never tried vape before. I'm pretty neutral about it. I don't really care either way. I have friends who vape. It doesn't really change anything. I hope to get educated on this, and I hope it goes well. I don't know much about vaping, except maybe seeing other people do it. So it's kind of weird to me. I'm guessing you do it to look cool, or maybe you're addicted or something. Maybe there's more to it, I just don't know. So we interviewed students and teachers on what they thought about vaping, and I think we learned a lot from that.
We have a tank on top of a mod. So how tanks work, you must open it from here first. It twists off for me on this one, and you pour the juice inside this from that spot I showed you. It's gonna pour into the tank part, so the glass holds it, and this thing in the middle is a coil. So you can see how there's these blue lines around it, because right now the juice that's in there is blue. So inside that blue is cotton, and the juice absorbs into the cotton. And if you look down the center, you can see some coils, and those coils heat up, and once they heat the cotton that is absorbed with juice, that turns the juice into vapor, and the vapor comes up the middle through the drip tip into your lungs.
I guess it's something people like to do to relieve stress.
So you see a lot of people in collective groups do it.
And I did it because I felt pressured by other people to try something different. I didn't see any harm in it at first.
I got into vape about 3 years ago. At first it was pretty new, and then we had these little pen ones. We started with back then it wasn't that big, and then we started with very, let's say, low quality juice. But it did help me quit, and that's how I got into the whole vape game.
Soon see that vaping is going to be just as bad as cigarette smoking. But my philosophy is you're still putting a foreign substance in your lungs. So when something is creating that kind of smoke, something's creating it. So it has to be some kind of chemical that is going into your lungs.
It's addicting just to see the cloud and how nice it is and how big and how white, and like, especially when you can do tricks with it, like it just chills you out and you think it's a great thing.
I believe that some people use it as something that's de-stressing, and that it takes away from like their regular like stresses, school or whatever. It's something they do in their pastime.
I would use it whenever, like, you know, if I'm in my room and I'm working on an assignment that's stressing me out, I'll puff a cloud in the air.
I myself, not that stressed out about grade 12, so I don't see it as something that would help me, but I can see definitely how other people will benefit from it. We got like all this homework, assignments, CPTs, marks that are beginning going to universities. It's like make it or break it this year pretty much. So, all right, so we also interviewed a professor at U of T, and we learned some of the biological stuff, the sciencey stuff behind it.
Base is propylene glycol or vegetable glycerin, either one of those two. It often contains flavoring agents, and then it may or may not contain nicotine. Nicotine is the addictive substance that's found in cigarettes. It's not the most harmful substance in cigarettes, but it is highly addictive. The evidence is fairly clear that e-cigarettes are less harmful and probably far less harmful than smoking regular cigarettes. At the same time, they are far from being benign or unharmful. Even if they are, say, 20%, cause 20% of the harms of regular cigarettes, that's a huge amount of harm. More harm than from any other substance that people ingest into their bodies.
Vaping is that it's a safe alternative to cigarettes. And while the argument stands in the sense that it contains less toxic chemicals than your average cigarette, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's safer, okay? Or I should say that it's safe, okay, let's put it that way. One thing that young people have in their minds is that there are things that are okay, and then there are things that are really bad. And if I'm not doing the things that are very bad, the things that are okay, well, you know, lighten up and be kind of like relaxed about it. Truth of the matter is, when it comes to your health and when it comes to specifically chemicals, what a lot of people don't realize about how biology generally works is you actually have absolutely no idea how your body will react to a given chemical.
Learned that it's better than smoking. So for people who do it to quit smoking, that's good. But it's not better than doing nothing, of course. So it's not necessarily harmful to you, but it's not the best thing to do either. So seeing is believing. So we went to this store called League of Vapes in Pacific Mall. And we interviewed the people there. That's the owner and the guy working there.
We're gonna go to the vape store, League of Vapes. And where is this League of Vapes? Right here in the Pacific Mall. How do you feel about this trip? Pretty excited, you know. Never been in a vape store before. I hope it smells pretty good.
And we found the store. It was this decent sized store for P-Mall on the corner. It's called League of Vapes. As soon as we went in there, smelled it right away. It's pretty fruity. Like, you smelled all the different flavors in the air. The guy in the store was vaping, like showing off.
On average, I would guess about, let's say about 100 customers per day. Every single day, people are intrigued by it and they walk in asking, oh, how, I heard this helps quit smoking, how do I get started? And every day we have something like that. We try to start with something kind of not too complicated, more like a starter kit. A starter kit can range from $50 to $100 altogether. We are in a mall type of infrastructure, so we do have quite a bit of underage come in. And then when we ask for ID, and they just say, oh, we don't have any ID, and then we can't make the sale at all. Right now it is the law, and then we do check ID for pretty much anyone that looks under 30. We do have to make sure they brought ID.
Alright, so like after researching all this and hearing about it, everyone is doing it, I think it's time for some first-hand experience, because you know, you don't know it really until you do it.
It tasted good. It's better than I expected, you know?
So after interviewing everyone, getting everyone's opinions, getting the scientific side of it, seeing the people who run it as a business, trying it, I see vaping as something that definitely can help with stress, something people do as a social thing, social vaping. I don't know if that's what it's called. I can't really see myself getting into it, maybe like here and there, but not being a vapor per se. But definitely I can see myself maybe vaping with my friends once in a while.
Like, you have all these people on Instagram and they're doing all these crazy tricks, and it just kind of makes you want to do those too, and you're like, I'm going to practice, I'm going to do better, I'm going to like have these cool tricks to show.
And there was this kid who was vaping away on the bus. I took his e-cig. He couldn't sit through the play Macbeth because he was anxious because he needed to take a puff of his e-cig. So if it's not addictive, what's the problem? Why couldn't you wait it?
I try it? No, I wouldn't go near it. The scientists are very clear. If you're not a smoker, and I'm certainly not a smoker, then don't vape.
You become more engaged in society. Like, you see people walking downtown vaping, and it's almost becoming just as common as smoking.
You quit completely, or you can use zero nicotine vape, or you can enjoy that and have a way easier lifestyle. Like, your lungs. People find it cool. They do it because people find it cool.
When I quit smoking, I think vaping is a really good way to do it. If you don't have any stress in your life, anything like that, I don't think vaping is really the answer, because there are downsides to it that'll be better than not vaping at all. But if you want to like do it as a social thing, I think that's good.
Don't do drugs, kids, and good night.
I'm Ross. This has been a pretty enlightening experience, and yeah.